Greetings everyone, Andivax is here with ya, and today we are going to talk about the custom series EQs, which are included in the Slate Digital Virtual Mix Rack modules. I have already told you about this amazing plugin before, which I am currently using in each of my projects, and at present time believe that Virtual Mix Rack is one of the best in its class. Not so long time ago, Slate came out with two news. Firstly, all the Slate digital plugins are now available by monthly or annual subscription. It means that you can either buy the license for Virtual Mix Rack or the modules for a lifetime by paying a large sum of money, or you can pay smaller contributions and use the software. Plus to that, even the possibility to freeze the usage has been foreseen with the subsequent extension. In a word, Slate Digital have thought of it all. And if you want to know my personal opinion, then it is a very profitable and attractive offer, which I recommend to all of you. Then the other news have to do with the fact that Slate Digital have long time ago promised the new modules for Virtual Mix Rack. Steven Slate spoke of LA2A emulations and of distress emulations. And for now, Steven and Fabrice Gabriel decided to bring some joy to the people with two new EQ modules, of which we are going to talk in this episode. Now, please welcome Custom Series Equalizer and Custom Series Lift. Custom Series Equalizer idea was born in November of 2014 when Steve Slate gathered top-class hardware equalizers in his studio. The task was to try and make the hybrid equalizer with their help, which would be universal enough, but at the same time would add on to already existing SSL and NIF equalizers from Virtual Mix Rack. As a result of this effort, an unique device has been born, each range of which combines the combination of the best analog filters which are used in the high-end hardware equalizers. Majority of developers simply copy the curves of equalization and nonlinear distortions of the famous gear. Steven Slate decided to go deeper. He decided to make an ideal equalizer with a way of combining the characteristics of the different models of the high-end hardware equalizers. For example, for the transparency and musicality, one can use an expensive tube equalizer. But for example, if you add a vintage mastering equalizer to the processing chain or the classic American transistor EQ, then the result will exceed all expectations, as for the individual tracks as well as for the master bus. I was very happy with the cutoff filters in the custom series equalizer. At last, the Virtual Mix Rack module has got a low-pass filter. However, I have noticed that it doesn't do its function here, but works in a very soft and accurate way. Hence, I often caught myself on a thought that while I was using custom series equalizer, I was adding SSL EQ to the rack only in order to use its low-pass filter. Also, I really like the buttons which allow disabling the filters of the EQ. It is exactly what I miss in the NIF and SSL modules. Custom series equalizer is without a doubt a surgical instrument. It is what puts apart and makes a difference in the accurate works of custom series EQ compared to the sound of NIF and SSL modules, which add a strong coloring to the sound. Custom series equalizer works with the sound in a very tender and a caring way. I would call the nature of work to be something alike to the precision EQ by Universal Audio, where you achieve a barely noticeable intrusion in a sound with the help of upsampling. As for the custom series lift, then all the things with it started in the same way as it was with the custom series EQ, a giant rack of high-end processing. By analyzing the tons of individual tracks and mixes, Steven Slate came to a conclusion that basically most of them require similar processing. The presence effect and transparency for higher frequencies, plus the depth and punch for the lower frequencies. As a result, they developed 4 universal curves for the top and the low frequencies which work with the sound in a very musical and transparent way. The result of work of the lift module are really impressive, since in essence we have only 2 knobs and 2 buttons which affect the sound in a radical way, and this affection is almost always positive. High lip knob has 2 positions, present correction in the range of 4.5 kHz. The silky mode activates a pretty broad range of equalization with the center in the area of 7 kHz. And we also should consider that the range of frequencies gets involved in a process to which the human ear is extremely sensitive. In practice, there is no real sharpness in the sound that we can observe, and it is just amazing. The low lift knob also has 2 positions. The big mode is the low frequency shelf combined with the 2 peaks at 55 and 95 Hz. The punchy mode is the low frequency shelf plus peak of a very interesting shape at 90 Hz. So here we go, my friends, and once again Steven and the team of Slate Digital gave us a miracle. One would think, what's new and unique can you do in the world of plugins? And here we have the custom series models, and once again it became clear that Slate Digital are not simply some ordinary developers. These guys are the true fans of what they do, which we can relate to motto: the musicians that make software for musicians. Their plugins are truly made for maximally simplifying and speeding up of work of the sound engineer. Plus to that, the character of sound has closely come to the hardware processing. Don't forget to leave likes and make reposts of this video. This way you will help your colleagues and will give me the stimulus to shoot the new video episodes for you. My friends, I strongly insist and recommend you to get at the new custom series modules as well as Virtual Console Collection and Virtual Mix Rack. You often ask me, is it worth it to buy UAD? So I reply with all responsibility, now you have a choice. Of course, the choice of modules is not so big for now, and the delay in modulation effects are not present in them. But it is a matter of time. Right now, Slate Digital already united with the Relab company, so the lexicon for radio emulation became even more accessible. By the way, if you are interested in seeing the video review for this amazing reverb, Andivax is here with you and tail the new mixes. Interesting facts about Steven Slate. Steven is in musical business since he was 15 years old. Steven Slate started making drum samples because he wanted to get the sound of drums like in Nirvana in their Nevermind album. In 2005, Slate got through the Grammys party where he was handing CDs with his drum samples to the celebrity producers and sound engineers. Slate Digital Trigger, a plugin which was written by Russian programmers.